Greetings, YouTube. 大家好. I'm Tony Chang, also known as Tony Kurita on DeviantArt. Today I have with me Liliana Vess from Magic the Gathering Legacy Collection by Funko. I'll admit that I had to look up Liliana's backstory online, since I wasn't familiar with Magic the Gathering's lore. What I learned? She originally wanted to use magic to cure her sick brother and bring him back to health, but ended up transforming him into a zombie instead. After being cast out by her family, she spent the next 100 years or so learning necromancy. In order to stay youthful and powerful forever, she made deals with 4 demons. However, she didn't want to be in their debt for eternity, so she decided to hunt them down. She's halfway there, apparently. Liliana Vess here looks like your typical fantasy sorceress. A petite frame and build, long flowing hair, a headgear, and skimpy clothing. I'll give her a turn around so that you can all get a better look. The figure shows her off very well. I mean, she looks very, very detailed and very feminine. I mean, from top to bottom, one can tell that the makers of this figure spared little to no detail. Gotta give them kudos for that. Liliana here stands at about 6¼ inches tall, making her slightly shorter than most Voyager-class Transformers figures. Fine by me. Still, if times were very different, perhaps she and other figures from the same line would have been made a little taller. Articulation. Liliana has a ball-jointed head, but because of her long hair, she can't really look up very well. So pay attention to that. Let's see, swivel or, yes, swivel at the shoulders, I believe. Bicep swivel. Ratcheted elbows. Swivel and hinge at the hands. Ball jointed torso. Oh! One friendly reminder, I have heard that the ball joint in the torso snapped off in other reviews. So when moving or rotating her torso, be gentle, okay? So that you won't risk breaking the ball joint within. Leg articulation. I'll use her right leg since it isn't hampered by her dress. Let's see. The upper leg is on a ball joint. Thigh swivel, if you can look past my black glove. Double jointed knees. And the toes, they seem to be ball jointed. Or they could be on a hinge. I can't really tell. But I know that even the toes are posable. Speaking of posability, that's one of her main weaknesses, which I'll go over in a moment. Oh, about the tattoos all over her skin. Turns out that they're reminders. Well, they remind her that she is indebted to the 4 demons whom she pledged herself to. Posability is there, but is rather limited for this figure. The sash on her upper left shoulder, the straps on her midriff and her hair prevent her shoulders from having a full range of motion. There are straps, or thin straps, behind her as well, but they also hinder her articulation a little bit. Oh, I almost forgot. I must apologize in advance for snapping a few straps off while trying to pose her. 2 of those straps are back in the box now. I might not need them anyway, since I plan on customizing her or giving her a custom paint job a little later. Liliana's leg articulation is also quite hindered. Her rubbery dress prevents her left leg from having a full range of motion. Therefore, certain poses can't really, well, be done. Oh, some notes about her left leg, especially in her left knee. I found on my figure that her left knee is also quite loose, so that's also one reason why she can't hold certain poses well. I'd better make a note about her dainty feet as well. They're not able to support the figure's weight at times when she's doing certain poses. So pay close attention whenever you want to make this sorceress do side kicks or jump kicks or other martial arts poses. Size comparisons. Here's Liliana standing alongside Garruk Wildspeaker from the same line. I'll get to reviewing Garruk when I can. Obvious size difference here. Liliana is, again, 6¼ inches tall, while Garruk is 7½ inches tall, making him about as tall as Voyager-class Motormaster from Transformers Generations Combiner Wars. Unfortunately, I don't have that figure at the moment. Some more backstory. Apparently, Liliana and Garruk have crossed paths. Liliana used some kind of dark magic on poor Garruk, turning him into a pseudo-zombie-like freak of nature. And now he's out for her head. I'd better wrap this up. Is Liliana's figure recommended? Well, if you like action figures of female characters, or if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, feel free to pick her up whenever you can. However, remember that she is not perfect. As I said, her articulation and posability are limited by her outfit and some loose joints. Personally, I'm willing to look past that. This has been my review of Liliana Vess from Magic the Gathering, the Legacy Collection. Feel free to comment and all that. Be sure to visit my DeviantArt page. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Again, thanks for watching. Joy Gin.